What's quack-a-lacking, guys? I'm a Duck Quack here and welcome back to another video of That Much. So in this series, all we're doing is looking at the previous investment choices we made about a week ago and then seeing what's happened to them. So in the third episode of How Much We Made, we looked at Theo Walcott first, and mainly his Man of the Match card. Now in that video, I was saying that at 140,000 coins, he was an absolute steal. If we look at him a week later, he is still exactly the same price, which leads me to think that perhaps I got the demand wrong. We haven't lost any money on this investment, but he hasn't gone up either. Now, one of the big problems I think with this is the hype around Mane. Mane got a team of the week, he got upgraded, and his right forward card has just probably become a lot more desirable than Walcott's because it's the new thing. Now, it's not to say that Walcott's price won't rise, but it's to say that I don't know how the market is going to react and when they're going to want him or not. So if we invested in him, we haven't lost any coins, but annoyingly we haven't made anything either. Right guys, so on to number 2, the second pick from the episode. I spoke about Memphis Depay and his one to watch card. Now on Xbox he was going for 40,000 coins, and I just felt this was way too cheap. So we're looking at a week later, he had an outstanding game and got himself an inform. Now anyone who kept his card, you are in for a lot of luck. He's currently extinct on the Xbox market, selling for 140,000 coins instantly. So within a week, we've made 100,000 coins on this investment. Personally, I sell all my one to watch cards before the match kicks off, and I made about 25,000 on both of mine, which is still brilliant. But for those of you that took the gamble and decided to hold on to him, you've just made 100,000 coins in a week, and that was a fantastic choice by you. Right guys, so on to player number 3, and we looked at Fernando Torres and his inform card. Now in the video I suggested that you guys sell this card for around 40,000 coins. Now the reasoning behind this was that there's so many of them on the market, so many people were picking him up as an investment, and on top of that, if Atletico ever get another inform, he could become even cheaper. We also had Gamero's second inform in packs, which has already driven down the price. So there's just so many potential options for Atletico players, and that's the main reason Torres was in hype, just because people thought he'd be needed for the Suarez SBC. If we look at his price a week later, he's going for around 40,000 coins. He's going for about the price that I suggested you guys sell him for. So if you sold a week ago, you've had a further week to reinvest these coins elsewhere. Yes, he may rise over another week or so, but it's not going to be worth holding onto a card that long to maybe make 5,000, 10,000 coins at most. Right guys, so the fourth player we looked at in the episode was Gabriel Jesus, and it was his one to watch card. Now when we looked at him in the video, he was about 160,000 coins, and I said to you guys he's a little bit expensive still, wait for him to drop. Over the next few days he did drop, he was down to about 140,000 at his lowest. If we search on the market now, just a week later, you can see he's going for over 180,000 coins. This card is very unlikely to get another upgrade, but if he does come back, the potential is still there, which is what keeps his price so high. The hype around him, because he's new as well, is still extremely present, and people are loving his card. They're saying it's fantastic. So if you bought that card back when it was 140, 150, you can sell it on now for that 30,000 coin profit, and it's easy money once again. Right guys, so the final player we looked at in that video was Bailey, and we were looking at his one to watch card again. We do like our one to watch cards on this series. So he was selling for about 45,000 coins, and the reason I told you guys to pick him up is because he'd massively plummeted, because I think people were expecting a winter upgrade. He didn't get one, and so everybody just panic sold their cards. If we look at his price a week later, we haven't seen a massive movement. He is up about 4,000 coins. So we are a little bit in profit, but that's not what we're aiming for with him. I'm really expecting that the way the United defence are playing, that there's going to be some informs handing out fairly soon. And Bailey's put in some great performances recently. If he can snag himself a goal and keep a clean sheet, this card is going to rock it. So personally, I don't advise selling this card unless the hype raises him to maybe 55,000, so you're making 10,000 coins. But if you did pick him up before, maybe hang on for a week or two and just see how he plays. See if he keeps up the great performances he's been putting in so far. So guys, if you're still enjoying these videos where we go back and look at our investments and see what's happened to them, if you could drop a like, leave a comment with any questions, and subscribe if you're new, that'd be absolutely incredible.